him. Children is a very, very, very thin topic that we should all be careful on. And making a joke about children is one thing, but making a joke about children who's been essayed, I'm so disgusted and disappointed. And, you know, it's very easy for people to say, well, he's in the clique, so a line of the clique. I'm sorry, Alex Brigham, that was bloody disgusting. If you have an opinion, I just want to hear some opinions now, guys. Let me just do the boxes properly. If you've got an opinion, come up. Hi, baby.
What's up, baby?
You okay?
Well, it's quite clear, honestly, to everybody in here, to anyone in these comments who believe that was about Kelly, then explain to me why he admitted it on live. Like, he just admitted it. He admitted he was disgusted. He was ashamed. He felt sick to his stomach. He said he was sorry 100 times over. He knew he messed up. He knew what he did. He knew it, and he felt it. If he would have made that about Kelly, he would have said, no. All of y'all got this completely backwards. It's not about the children. It's about Kelly. He would have said that. He never said that. And if he did say it, he said it one time, and then he still, beyond that, he knew the truth, just like everybody else. He kept saying, I'm disgusted in myself. I'm ashamed. If you were ashamed, that means you know you did something wrong.
Yeah.
So if you're in here trying to say it's about Kelly, you need to think like he's telling you to your face. He literally just said on live and said it to your face.
Lease.
Is something? Let me get out. You're coming.
Is there an echo? Yeah, oh, Cowboys, you. Can you just leave and reopen?
It's me?
Yeah, I can hear myself twice.
Okay.
It's just TikTok. So. Children. Well, Stifler's mum is just what I've seen on here. I do respect her all, but what I've seen on here is what I've seen. And what I've seen is someone talking about a peddler and children, and then someone making a joke about a chair with tears. Like, I like you, but you have to see that there's a lot of people who's felt the same way. I've never had a problem with Alex, and I've never had any bad blood with him. But what he's done and said, he's got to face that music. He's got to face that music. No children was mentioned, Irene, but the conversation was about that and regarding that. Hello,
my darling dear.
Hello.
I've been off the app, so I haven't seen anything what was going on or anything. But I will say, it doesn't look good, does it?
No, it doesn't. And
like,
listen, Leash, if you think you didn't say it, you wouldn't come on.
I can't stand by somebody would say something like that, even if it was about Kelly. I can't stand, and especially because of everybody knows the fact of Kelly's. The person downstairs is who they am. I can't stand by that. Everybody always thinks that I always stand by by my friends no matter what. I can't stand by that.
Yeah. No, I know you're always honest and real, but when I said you were his friend, I just meant like that shows how you're real yourself, you know, because I'm so sorry about the way he came on live and said sorry is like, if you listen, there's one thing of you.
Nobody's doing a. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, baby. Nobody's doing a hate live. Stifler's mom, if you got something to say, come up here in the box because you can't answer the question that I asked. I guarantee you can't. And I'm going to mute you until you come up in this box. You can come up here and talk if you want to talk.
It's not a hate live, Stifler's mom. I know you really well from Miss Red's live, but it's just.
You want to talk? Come up here and talk because you're not going to sit down there and.
Kiss me. I wouldn't be a part of a hate live, darling.
It's not a hate live. Literally everybody but 3 people know the truth in this live.
But also, if you want to like come and tell me what you think, that's fine, as long as you don't get angry. I'm not hating on anyone, but I'm just disgusted of what I've seen and heard. And
I personally, like I said, I haven't heard any. That's the first time I've just heard that. I had no clue about anything that was going on. Like, I've only just popped on just now, and you popping that on.
People for having an opinion, just like on you.
No, I'm sorry. People are just taking it too far now, and it's like people are saying about Kelly because obviously them two have got beef at the moment. But that's no excuse. No.
Yeah.
Hang
Thank you,
on.
Graham. Hi, Yvonne.
Oh yeah, so listen, I'm not gonna think we know hate or nothing. I never seen him apologise there either. I never saw that live. But all I've got to say on the matter is, regardless if there was children mentioned or not, what he said there was intent for what to me, for people, in my opinion anyway, for people to think these things and say these things anyway is quite disturbing. Just in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? I'm a mother myself and I'm a grandmum, and I you know, a lot of things with Alex that he said over the past has been swept under the carpet, but this, just my thoughts, there's no going back. You can't say something like that and then backpedal on it. That's just my opinion, no. Do you know what I mean? I know not everybody's going to think like that.
I honestly agree with you. Honestly, truly, I
And
do.
it's not even just, I'm sorry, baby. It's not even just that. The ridiculous argument that some people are in here trying to make for him is actually refuted by the person who did the perpetration itself. He literally went on live a few minutes ago and admitted it. Said he was ashamed. Said he was sick to his stomach, that he was ashamed of himself. He admitted that what he did was fucking wrong. So you already know. He's telling you. Like, he's sorry. He okay, it's great. You said you're sorry. It still doesn't erase what you said. And
Sorry doesn't make it better. I know.
Exactly. And
Sorry doesn't make it better at all.
I never saw that story either, but do you know what? I don't even want to see it because I've heard him say sorry about so many things over the last however long. But this, to me,
Honestly,
is the
Yvonne,
worst of the
it
worst
didn't
thing
even
you could
feel like a
say.
sorry. It felt like I'm running away. He turned the comments
like a
off. He
backpedal.
switched the boxes off, and
Oh, did he? Right, okay.
he didn't face the music. To be honest,
Yeah, well, do you know what though? That's because he knows there's no to me. There is no going back from that. Look, people have said some horrible things on this app. I get that, but regardless if children was mentioned or not, that's what was getting implied because pedlo was mentioned.
Yeah.
You know, and what is a pedlo? You know, it doesn't take a genius to work that out. And for people that's defending that actually makes my stomach turn as well. To be fair, because. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm a very protective mum and
no, I know what you mean. It's like there's no excuse, none at all.
Listen, and then laughing and joking about it as well last night in the box. You know, it's not. I don't know. I just don't think there's no going back. But anyway, my lovelies, I'm going to drop the new.
Thank
See you later, my darling.
Bye. Bye.
you're saying the full context of the live. You need to watch the full live. You need to watch the full live. Listen to me. When somebody mentions a pedo, okay? When somebody mentions that and they know what that is and they explicitly mention that it's about the children that they're concerned about, and then he makes a joke like that, it's not a joke, number one. It's not, and it's not. I can't wrap my mind around why people are defending it. Because he's literally on live telling you, he's telling you he's disgusted in himself, which means he feels the guilt. Y'all understand that? Do y'all understand that? In the chat. I know you're not like them abortions. You weren't born again yesterday either. But listen, if somebody says they're disgusted in themselves and they're ashamed of what they said, that means they know they messed up. So for you to sit in here and defend somebody who has already admitted to it, you're just wrong. Plain out and simple, you're wrong. And there's no defending this. So I don't know what you're on about.
Yeah. What's her name? Nana. Hello.
Just Nana.
Just Nana. Sorry.
Hiya. I was
Hi.
in Pearls like earlier and I was explaining I was FA'd when I was a child by my dad.
I'm sorry.
And can I just say, like, it's triggering it's a lifelong thing. It's not just you trigger for the rest of your life. It's like, I want to get in peace now. And I said this earlier because he's died. And what I've seen is absolutely disgusting for parents and children that have been through this to sit back and think that someone would laugh about that, not knowing that the trauma that person goes through day in, day out. I'm 46 now, but my daughter paid for it because I was strict with her. My kids didn't pay for it, but he was more watching over them because it's the worst thing that could ever happen.
Yeah.
And for them to just think for him to come on and just say, I'm sorry, it's wrong. No, that's not good enough. You know, you're an adult. You know what you should be speaking about and what you shouldn't be speaking about. It's just disgusting, and I was triggered by listening to that. So these young kids that are going through it now, I can tell you right now, as a child, I was 10 when it happened. It didn't go to court till I was 16, so I had 6 years of waiting. He only got 2 years, and I was told by the police, just on my estate alone was 450 kids, and only 3 of them got to court, and I was one of them.
No.
So it's just disgusting, and honestly, I can't believe that anybody would even stand by a person with a platform that people go into and say, well, I'm sorry.
So sorry to be a 5-letter word with a Y on the end of it, truly, but like, think of this. Even if he was talking about Kelly, which he definitely was not, but even if he was, that's still a really vulgar and very revolting thing to fucking say.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
You just take the words out of my mouth, okay, boy. I was just going to say, either or rate of what it would have come out of. I don't know. I'm really confused. Is it me?
So just meet up for a second, okay? Thank you.
I'm really confused, like, how and why that's come out of his mouth in the first place. There's no excuse whatsoever in the slightest for that to even come out of his mouth. Like, it's just, I'm actually really, really, really shocked and disturbed. Like, he's a grown-ass man in his 30s. It's like, it would either be two ways. You're either picking on a vulnerable person who's in a really, really vulnerable state at the moment, which Kelly is. Yes, Kelly can be an idiot, and she's listening. But she's a very, very vulnerable person right now. She's not in a good place, so you don't go and pick on somebody who's in a bad place at all. And then obviously he already gets triggered by the person who lives below her. So it feels like it comes across as some level of malicious intent. Either way, it comes out of. And I'm getting all that from just watching that small tiny clip.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean? If I'm getting all of this from hearing it from the first time in that little tiny bit of a clip, and everyone, guys, when I'm saying this, I'm listening to what I'm saying. I classed Alex as a friend until I've just heard that. Thing. I don't stand by anything to do with that. I don't stand by.
There's certain things you can make jokes about, but that kids is just. There's a lot of people on this app who I've cut off completely because of the ways where they've acted, and if people have seen I've stood up for Alex in situations which could have got me cancelled. I can't stand by that. Sorry. Can we let me bring back up? If you've got an opinion, please do send it. Listen, guys, I'm gonna play for the people who weren't there. If you've got an opinion, please. Someone's echoing. Listen, guys. What is it? TikTok and all these echoes? It's so annoying. For the people who wasn't in his live, I'm gonna just play. It was a long live. I'm gonna just play a small clip of what he had to say, just so it's fair that people can hear what he's had to say as well. So it's not just me talking about him. You know, you've got to be representative here. So, you know, I'll give him his fair dues there. Do I think it was an apology? No. Do I think he was trying to run away from it? To be honest, yeah. The fact the comments were turned off, that says enough, really. Because face the music that you've caused, you know. But let me play it and we'll talk about it.
I haven't heard that yet.
If you know what I mean, you can say what you want on your live. I had a chance to speak yet. So
Let's get to it.
and say that I've ever mocked anyone's trauma, never mocked anyone's SA, anyone's CA or anything like that. No one can ever say that off the app or on the app. Never. So I'm not going to lie and say, you know, this isn't within my character, because it really isn't. I've not blocked anyone. The phone's literally there. It's nowhere near me. I'm blocked on my main.
Let me get to when he starts talking about the whole thing.
In a minute. Because I can't say how people have perceived it any wrong, because how people have taken that is how they've taken it. So I can never call them liars or wrong for taking that way, because it took me afterwards, the live, to actually listen in, and to be honest with you, I shocked myself. I was shocked that that come out of my mouth because
So I'm just going to pause bits and say stuff, and just so I don't forget. But if he was shocked, right, well then ask yourself, what's he shocked about? The people who saying he's not done anything. That's from his mouth. His mouth. Okay, I'm going to keep playing, but just take a listen.
I know how I meant it, but for anyone else from the outside looking in, even myself, if I'd listened to that from someone else, I've got to be totally honest with you, I'd be the exact same. I'm not here to talk about anyone else. I'm here going to talk about myself. I'm not going to talk about another creator and what they've done because that's on them. You know what I mean? And what they've done, whatever, has nothing to do with me. I'm not going to justify this, right? But I'm just going to get to the point. The comment about the chair, yeah, it didn't help that the fact is that it was mentioned, well, the conversation around the peddler was mentioned around when I said it. But for then people to really truly believe that I was talking about child's tears, that's one thing I will not fucking own up to, because
Don't blame other people for your actions.
and I don't care how you want to say yes you did, right? I've on this app stood up for going after groups that have mentioned children, fired up numerous lives about people talking about children. I've been support for many months last year, right? Supporting people of all different traumas, right? And no one can
Don't know about you guys in the chat, but this is a lot of deflection from what is meant to be speaking about.
tell me any different because it's a fact. For then people to believe that's what I'd think, really? I can understand how it looked, and I totally agree with every single person that got triggered and felt that that's what I meant. But I'm going to be honest with you, that is not what I fucking meant. And I'm going to get another live up and post it, where, you know, when you talk about, I don't even want to talk about it because it's, even thinking about it now, it cringes me. When I mentioned the crab paste, I don't know why crab paste come out, because I normally say fish paste, but even that is disgusting, and that shouldn't be something that comes out of my mouth. And I'm going to be honest with you, there's no justification with what I said last night. But the tear thing, that's what I need to address, because at the end of the day, like, how people have taken it, I understand, but the way I meant it is how I meant it. Like, I clearly said straight away last night, where with Kelly and everyone always mocks her and say all you do is sit and cry on your chair all day, play victim and bully. Like, that's what I meant. I've said it before as well. Stop playing the victim and blah blah blah.
I don't believe that, you know.
But at the end of the day, like, people ain't gonna see that, are they? Because people don't watch that live enough with me to understand that that's my back and forth with Kelly.
If that was the case, then what's the crab juice all about? Because if he was just talking about Kelly of that, then what's that all about as well?
When he said that, he just said it's not something I would say. I would rather say fish paste. Either one of them are disgusting.
Yeah, that doesn't make it any better.
It doesn't.
This is...
Kelly. Like, and at the end of the day, if you choose to really believe that that was my intent to mention child's tears, then please block me, and please never speak to me, never acknowledge me. And even if you want to do these awarenesses, please do, because I'm all for it. Like, at the end of the day, if you truly believe that I meant that, these awarenesses, how they should be going, multiple lives going on and talking about it and addressing it, I believe that's how I stand as well. So, and set me as example, not anyone else. Set me the example of how disgusted you are with me, how you perceived what I've said. Because I'm not going to call you a liar for it. Because at the end of the day, if I was on the outside and I didn't know, like, me as a person, I'd 100% be the same. I'd 100% agree with you all, and I'd say, you know, fuck's sake, let's get off. And I'd 100% say, you know what I mean? Yeah, I agree. But because I know in my head that's not what I meant, it's hard for me to try and think of any way around it. Because at the end of the day, like,
if you didn't mean that, you would have an instant justification of what you meant, because you knew you didn't mean that. Like, if I made a joke on TikTok Live, and there was speculation that it was anything to do with kids, I would instantly know how to defend myself, because I know I didn't mean that.
But what he's just said there, in all of it, really, what you can take away from it is that whoever's been in that chair has been crying, and it's either a woman or a child. And that in itself is disgusting, let alone the trigger that it's upset so many people.
Thing, because I haven't really heard it. But I'm going to read this out. I don't know how I can read this. Yes, don't forget as well, guys, in my link tree on my bio, so if you go into my bio, there's links to do with how you can do Clare's Law, how you can get in place non-molestation orders, and there is a list of over 100 free mental health charities that cover things all across the board. It's always there for you. It's always in that link tree. There's stuff about how to set up Family Link on your kids' phones, all sorts of stuff, as well as all that normal shit that people put in there. But there's all that stuff is there for you as well, guys. All right. Who's called a vote? Has someone called a vote? Is that what that is? Support. Oh, brilliant work, mods. Thank you. Brilliant. Right. Yes, it's in the poll as well. Thank you very much. Right. I'm going to read this. Huge warning. I'm not going to say their names because, you know, that's where you get your violations on lives. You can all see it. Him, her, his, whatever. Mocking child a bit, you know. I've got to speak in code. And context is... Now, like I say, I have the full recording. I don't think Alex is disputing this. I don't think Alex is saying it's edited or anything like that. But there's a full, 26-minute recording or something, which we have. All right? I agree. I can't see your name, but comment Caflaw. I agree. I 100% agree. So, is this true? Is there a pedalo that lives downstairs? Or is this they call that person a pedalo? Because both are vile. Both situations are vile. If there's a pedalo living downstairs, it's horrendous, it's scary, it's worrying, it's not something to joke about. If you're also just calling somebody a pedalo that you don't like living downstairs, it's also horrendous because you're triggering somebody, you're labelling somebody as a pedalo without anything. I don't know what the context or truth in that bit is, but it's still strange. I believe it's been said on a live. I don't know. Like I say, I've just been tagged in this video loads. Now, they fixed her chair. Alex then says it smells of tears and fish paste. Jesus Christ. I'm so sorry. I'll reach out to Mabel. I'll reach out to Mabel. I've got her message, her number or whatever. But can somebody confirm to me, is there a pedalo living downstairs, or are they just saying this guy is a pedalo? Do we know that? Because like I say, I think that's a really weird statement to make if you don't know about it. Nobody knows. That's weird, isn't it? Kelly claims he is. That's so fucking dangerous, though. So somebody she's claiming... Can I just get this through? I mean, maybe I could watch the whole 26 minutes and I'd fucking understand, but I don't think I could put myself through that. So is what I'm to believe here... So all the chat, let's slow down, right? Because I only want yes or no's to this so I understand, right? There's a person who lives below her who she claims is a pedalo, but that pedalo fixed her seat. Is that right? Yes or no? Am I getting this right? Yes. So anybody who knows where she lives and knows where he lives will think that of him. And yet there's no proof being shared. It's just word of mouth. That's dangerous right there. Before we even watch this shit, before we even watch that crap, that's dangerous as hell. What the fuck? Come on. Can't just light people up as a pedalo with no evidence. Especially Alex and people who are part of this exposure team, you know? You can't just... I'm sorry. The fuck? I don't even have to play the clip at this point. That's just insane.
Who's a naughty noo-noo?
Someone once. That's not fucking evidence, though, is it? You know what I mean? Why would you be friendly with somebody who... Yeah, I know. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. Right, okay, let's go. I found this. I did watch a little bit of this, and the people are talking over. It's difficult.
Hi, Mama Bear. Hi, Mama Bear. Mama Bear. Good evening. Did you enjoy your nap?
Can I just, right, big up Comment Calf, right? Some of you think I'm an absolute prick, and you're right, and some of you support me, which thank you very much. But what I will say about Comment Calf is whenever some shit is going down, that is the place for screen recording. I'm not going to fucking lie to you. Somebody who like dives around looking for evidence, looking for things on places, there's a fucking place to be. I swear to God. I swear I can't. Because when I've done deep dives, people would say, facts, go and look at Tattle. And there was one good Tattle thread, the one about Sasha Fontaine. But people would say, go and look at Tattle. And then you'd be watching it, be like Paul Breach's one, for example. It'd be like, doesn't Paul Breach look a bit nuts? Right? Yes, oh my God, can you believe he's wearing that plaid shirt? Yeah, that plaid shirt definitely makes him look like he touches the... Yeah, definitely. Hey, does anyone think Paul Breach looks a bit duh? Oh, I think his face... And I'm like, motherfucker, I'm supposed to go through 50-odd pages of this shit to actually find one screenshot or one fucking video recording or something that actually proves everything. Comment Calf. It's all over. I swear to God. Like, and there's some great creators that have come out of Comment Calf, Miss Doubtfire, Miss Baguette, all of that. Do you know what I mean? And I have my own thread with Feisty and Welsh Lisa and different people saying the same shit and talking to each other. It's all good. Like, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I'm a cunt. But literally, like, I just realised this is... I'm not going to read that username because that's cheeky. But I realised that it had Comment Calf at the end. And I was like, no fucking surprise. No surprise. I love static. It's my favourite thing to react to. Do you guys like that static? I would call that maybe 70s, early 90s static. What do you guys think? There's some great reactions. What I really like here is where you can hear somebody going in the background. I really like that bit. Here we go. That bit is... We need to enhance. I want to know what's being said. Oh, you funny fucker.
Oh, you've gone in, haven't you?
Mod's telling me to behave. No, right?
Have you any phones?
Thought I was being wound in by the mod.
I know, but you don't worry. She's my 19-year-old niece. How dare you? It's my 19. What you mean?
Is this fucking screen recorded from a brick? What the fuck was going on? Am I reacting to the worst version of this? Sorry.
What's she like? Oh, God. I'm alright, Charlie.
I'm fine, Mary. Are you okay?
Yeah, I think today. Oh, did you enjoy your meal?
Oh, it's a Cam 2 recording, right?
You've been trapping this again, Mary.
Yeah, I beat your Kelly down.
Oh, have you?
I thought Mary Ann said BT King. There's no way she's talking about BT King. Isn't he a serial killer? There's no way that's happening. I need fucking better headphones. Essentially, you're Cam 3, and yeah, pretty much. I love Mary. She's lovely, and yeah, but that's what I thought.
And he took care of Kelly. Oh, shame. Care of Kelly. Yes. Mama bear. Make sure you clean it first, Miriam. Might be a bit sticky. It might be.
Hang on a minute. What did you just say about a pea and something being sticky? Who was that? For God's sake, I need to put this through my editing software and enhance the volume, man.
It might be a bit smelly with that. That chair was with a pedal.
That chair was with a pedalo. I heard that. That was pretty clear. Yes, it does, Coral. I don't know if that was a threat to me.
But I'm clean it. Who's not welcome?
I know I've got it for it. I know I do. And like I say, Alex isn't disputing that this was said. He's not saying it was edited, everything like that. Otherwise, would whack that version up. Do you guys want to watch the 26-minute version? Fuck me, we'll do a poll. I don't know if I can put myself through it. I'll finish the bottle of wine, head to the pub at that rate. Right, okay, quick poll. Fuck it. Can't create a new poll until one ends. Who put a poll on for 17 minutes, mods? Sort your life out. What is going on? Fucking that poll's being ended. It was a good poll as well, sorry. So that was me being a bit of a dick. You were obviously helping.